This is Hidden Hebrews part 26b. Now, I will be naming the first part A. So if you have not watched part A of 26, go back and watch that part, okay? This is a continuation of part A. We are going to be talking about Eldad the Danite. Fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes. Fast forward to 800 AD, Eldad the Danite. Remember, I just want to say this is Hidden Ones, part 26b, not Hidden Hebrews. I'm sorry about that. In the 9th century, a black African Hebrew arrived in the city of Kar-o-an in Algeria, and this city was one of the famous Talmudic schools. The name of this Hebrew was Eldad the Danite. He told a credible story of a Hebrew empire south of the Sahara in the western Sudan. According to Eldad the Danite, the Hebrews in the interior of Africa spoke a Phoenician Hebraic language mixed with Arabic. Remember, Negro land is what? South of the Sahara desert. They had a religion which had come down from Moses and a Hebrew emperor. It was believed that this emperor was named Tloutan or Boulatan. Eldad said that the people of this tribe had fled from the kingdom of Israel after Sennacherib. Remember Sennacherib? The Assyrian has subdued it, and that other Israelite tribes such as Naphtali, Gad, and Asher were in the land from which he came. He told of the laws of Moses which they followed, the complete series of the scriptures except Esther and Lamentation. He did not speak of the legal works that were produced in Babylon and Palestine after the destruction of the first temple, of which the Algerian Jews had a knowledge. These extraordinary works were the Mishna and the Talmud. Eldad displayed as evidence some ceremony pertaining to the slaughtering of animals for food. It was written in Hebrew with an Arabic tinge, but Eldad claimed that he knew no other language than Hebrew. In regard to the Eldad story, the Gaon, head of the Jews, assured the people that the story was credible. You do your own due diligence and don't just take my word for it. At this time, Gao or Gagho, the capital of Ghana, was separated into two cities. The first one was the residence of the king. This city contained a fortress which was surrounded by a wall. The second city contained 12 mosques in which the Mohammedan merchants could settle or wait until they transacted their business. This description given by El-Burki leaves us with the impression that the city of the king's residence was probably inhabited mainly by Jews, because there was a great distinction between the king's residence and the residence of the Mohammedans. In the city of Gal, the Islamic religion was influential. Only a Muslim could be king. When a new king ascended the throne, three royal imperial emblems constituting the Quran, a sword, and a ring were received by the king. Ahmad Baba, a native of Songhai, dates the beginning of Islam in Ghana after the year 1010. Now we have a rise of a king who is not Hebrew. All right. Mansa Musa. What people don't know is that Mansa Musa oppressed the Hebrews. The Empire of Mali is also called the Palestine Empire. The word Mali is derived from a Mandingo grammatical root meaning free. The rulers and the people of the Empire of Mali were black Africans of the Mandingo tribe. The tribe was originally situated in a territory known today as Guinea, Sierra Leone, and northward. On the banks of the upper Niger near the present-day Sierra Leone, the Mandingos established their capital at a place called Naini. After the breakup of the Ghanaian Empire by invasions from many tribes, Ghana split apart into a number of states, but in the capital of Ghana, Gao, the Hebrew Zah kings continued to reign. Many people who were subject to Ghana proclaimed their independence after the Chows set in. The most celebrated of these people were the Mandingos, who established the nucleus of a new empire about the middle of the 13th century, 1240 AD. There are several important factors that we must consider in order to comprehend the rise of Mali. First of all, Mali had received an impetus or a moving force and significant influence from her predecessor Ghana to the north. This influence can be explained in political, economic, and religious ways. The Muslim merchants of the north and Sierra had their trading centers in the cities of Ghana. The Mandingo traders of Mali traded with the Muslims in those days, and to some extent today, commerce and religion have operated together. The Mandingo merchants recognized the advantages of the rapidly growing, powerful, influential cultural and religion of Muslims in the north. As a result, the Mandingo merchants played a great part in the transportation of Islam to their people. The Mandingos were a successful agricultural people. They were blessed with the availability of rivers, which they used for irrigation. They grew rice and other staples, which contributed to a rapidly growing population. The people of Mali had enough grain to sell to the people of Sierra and the north, or Sahara. They developed market towns, which later grew into cities and states. With their trading abilities, their skills, and vigorous energy, Davison said the Mandingos became rich. Davison continued with the collapse of Ghana. The Mandingos became rich. Davison continued with the collapse of Ghana as an empire. Their chance of large political power was open. They grasped it with a sure hand. Almost 100 years after the death of Sundiata, a powerful king emerged in Mali. His name was Mansa Musa. During his lifetime, 1312 to 1337, his accomplishments transcended his predecessors. His empire extended from east to west, beginning at the Atlantic Ocean to northern modern Nigeria, and from north to south, reaching almost from central Mauritania and extending to the borders of modern Guinea and Ivory Coast. In 1326 AD, Mansa Musa made a pilgrimage to Mecca, the holy city of the Mohammedans. It is said that he exhibited a marvelous splendor that astonished the spectators. He arrived in East with thousands of foot soldiers, and over 60,000 mounted warriors. In addition to his soldiers, he had 500 slaves, each carrying a rod of gold weighing 6 pounds. As a contribution to the holy cities, he gave 20,000 pieces of gold. Mali, in its heyday, was known for its prosperity and peace. Within the empire existed one pervading system of law, order, and justice. When the emperor Khan Musa was on the pilgrimage in Arabia, Saga Mandur, the general of Mali, took Gao, the capital of Ghana, or Songhai. Then Khan Musa returned from Arabia by way of Gao. Now we're talking about Mansa Musa, and accepted the capitulation of the king of Ghana and its nobles. Philip St. Laurent, who writes a monthly article on African history, See Tuesday magazine from the Philadelphia Bulletin, says that the soldiers of Mali were made prisoners of the ruling family of Dia Sobia. This was the Za Hebrew dynasty. Among these prisoners were Ali Cologne or Kilun and his brother Salamar Nar, the sons of Za Yezibi. These Hebrew princes were appointed as pages at the court of Mali about 1335 AD. In the meantime, Gao was subjugated under the Mali political system, says Davidson, and Mansa Khan Musa exacted tribute from its rulers. It was not too long before the princes of Za dynasty escaped from the court and army of Mali. They organized an army and fought the king of Mali. Ali Cologne entertained a profound hatred against Mali conquerors because they had subjugated his people. Remember, I said Ali Cologne was Hebrew. Again, Ali Cologne entertained a profound hatred against Mali conquerors because they had subjugated his people. In the latter part of the 14th century, the army of Ali Cologne, later called Soni the Liberator, Ali, made attacks on Niana, the capital of Mali, or Niani. Yearning for independence, Soni Ali desisted in paying tribute to Mali. Because of the exploits of Sani Ali, the Za dynasty of Gao acquired a new affiliation. The dynasty after Soni Ali one is called the Soni or Shi dynasty. There were about 17 or 18 Islamic Hebrew kings in this dynasty. So again, that was excerpts from the book Babylon to Timbuktu. If you are listening to this and you don't know Yahushua as your Savior, click the link in the description box. I tell you how to get saved. Have a good day.